My name's Ricki Coughlan. I transitioned back in 1980 in an age where we were barely allowed on the streets in daylight without ridicule.
Ricki Coughlan was one of Australia's first public transgender athletes as a competitive runner. In 1991, she was outed and was called into Athletics Australia's offices where they told her,
"Athletics is a sport for everyone, and there's a place in this sport for you. You will not be thrown out of this sport." What I thought was going to be this angry and exclusive Australia turned out to be this welcoming, open-hearted, warm Australia who was quite willing to accept that people are different and diverse and wonderful.
This week, both swimming's international global governing body, FINA, and International Rugby League have announced restrictions on transgender women playing at their elite competitions.
My first thoughts on it was that these were very lazy on the ethics and the science. FINA is saying, well, we looked at the science, but they could have only have looked at the same science that World Cycling did. World Cycling looked at the science and said, well, this indicates to us that we need to reduce the amount of allowable testosterone. And I don't think anyone's going to really complain a whole lot about that. But swimming just said, we need to ban this completely.
Australian swimmer Kate Campbell was one of the athletes who supported FINA's transgender ban.
That men and women are physiologically different cannot be disputed. Women who have fought long and hard to be included as equals in sport can only do so because of the gender category distinction.
That's completely true. Except when people transition, we don't yet know the full extent to the changes that happen. Now, when Athletics Australia subjected me to 18 months of rigorous testing, they pulled me apart completely. Their finding was that I fitted very well into all the physiological norms for female athletes. All transgender women are different.
So what does Ricki think is the ideal solution here?
The next best thing is to go case by case, understand the norms, the physiological norms for the female category, and apply that to some rigorous testing on the person in question. The sport is a reflection of our culture, but it's also a leader of our culture. And when sport leads, we see how people respond. Which world do we want to live in?